Gemini, here are your weekly tarot messages. Let's see what's going on for Gemini for the week. We have karmic completion. Okay, it's going to be one of those readings. Whether you believe in karma or not, right? This can be the energy of just a big chapter coming to a close for you. Not having something in your life anymore. Let's see. Explore new territory. Okay. Skoda's journey was very interesting. She was the only Egyptian in the area, and everyone thought she was weird almost because she was so different, surrounded by people that did not look like her. So she was almost treated like this taboo situation. So there's a part of you that's very authentic. There's a part of you that's very unique, very special, very different. Okay? That's where this karmic completion sets its tone, I guess I want to say. You're being asked to honor that authenticity. Really, that's what's going on here. To explore a new journey, a new territory, a new uncharted area of your life. Okay? The Four of Swords. What are you accepting? What are you needing to accept? The Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay. Self-love, self-worth. Ten of Cups. I feel like this is almost like accepting what makes you happy. Being authentically you makes you happy, right? Judgment. Holy crap. You know what is interesting? This is not a deck that has, it's a deck that has many different cultures and different people, but the one card, or one of the few cards that's Egyptian in nature, has Anubis. Also has the Ankh of Life, and then Goddess Ma'at, she also had man, I can't speak. I'm sorry, Gemini. She was in charge of that, right? With the Devourer Amet. If your heart weighs heavier than a feather, then you didn't live a very good life. You weren't a very good person. There's something here about that. Judgment, past, present, and future. Past life, current life, future life. Again, you don't have to believe in karma for me to give this reading, but it's essentially about just being a good person, and you are a good person, Gemini. Be at peace with that, okay? This is self-acceptance. This is self-growth. This is self-love. Who cares what other people think? Who cares what other people want you to do? What other people say? What society wants you to do? What society says? Who gives a shit? That's what these cards are saying. You know you. And you know that you're a good person, that you're a decent human being, that you've done good in life. Okay? Who cares if you being in your own happy little world looks like, looks silly to other people, or looks like a little daydream fantasy? Because I feel like it's almost like you have this dream, this goal, whatever it is, and people around you are like, that's unrealistic, that's stupid. It's just, life is too heavy as it is, Four of Swords, we have Justice and the Devil. Again, karmic justice, karmic balance. The Planet of the Sword and Scales. See that? Judgment's not usually the card that you see the scales. You usually see it in Justice. So the fact that you have those two. A machine perfectly engineered for enslavement. Not surprised there. Again, it's almost like this is the kind of reading that says, look, maybe it's a situation. Let me use an example. Your father and the father before him owned a bakery. Okay? And now it's expected of you to take that bakery over, because that's the family restaurant. And you're like, I have no interest. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Interest in being a restaurateur. What I really want to do is be a writer. What I really want to do is go into healthcare. But nobody's listening to you. It's almost like, I'm seeing from Mulan, shame on you, shame on your family. You know, it's that's what this feels like almost like breaking a generational karmic cycle, a generational thing of what is expected of you, and you're the first almost because the Ace of Cups. You're the only one that's like, nope, this is not me. I don't feel authentically me. I don't feel right doing this. I don't feel happy doing this. This doesn't feel like my journey, like my story, like my life. This feels like everyone else's life. And I'm here to learn how to be me, how to be different in this new territory. Ace of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. The effort to be who you are. Yeah, I get. I'm not trying to like stroke your ego, Gemini, but you are special. You have something about you, you know. And it says learning a trade, gaining mastery. I get that. So, but if it is about that, it's almost like this special path that you feel like it's your purpose. Again, I say this all the time. We are human beings. We evolve. We change. Our purpose today might not be what we feel like our purpose should be 5 years from now, right? We are naturally creatures of desire. So right now, though, this feels like it's right for you. It is something new, but it's something unaccepted almost. You know, it's something that might seem too odd, too eccentric, almost Aquarian in a way to other people. The barrier is between us. Interesting. The Nine of Wands. Why is that coming up for the Ten of Cups? Well, maybe, again, going back to the Fool. Maybe going back to the example of family. Sometimes when you do something for you, it comes off as selfish to others, right? Sometimes when you do something for you, it comes off as envy from other people, right? Other people are jealous that you took the chance, that you took the risk, that you took the leap of faith and jumped and went for it. Look at the Hermit. Alone among the stars. Wow. Yeah. Sometimes you got to take that journey alone. A step into the unknown. Is it genius or suicide? I was going to say that too. When I saw this, I was like, yeah, you are a genius. But I said, yeah, you are special. But I wanted to say you're a genius. Yeah, you are, though. You're smart. You're smart. You're fantastic at something. You're naturally good at something. It is a skill, a talent. Why didn't I say this like two weeks ago? Let me look. The Lovers was 2 weeks ago. What did I say last week? I don't remember. The point is, Gemini, take it. All right. Again, people might be like, that's very foolish of you. That's very unrealistic. That's childish. That's dumb. Whatever. And you're like, yeah, no, I don't think so. You know, I know myself. I'm the Hermit. Okay, I've gone into the cave of self-discovery and come out the other side with a wealth of information about what I want, who I want to be, how I'm going to get there, what my relationships are going to look like, what my career is going to look like, what my health is going to look like, what my I don't know why I want to say this, but what my status is going to be. Okay, you know that. Nope. Okay. Two of Swords. At the edge of the vast sea of space, she looked inward. Blocked everything else out, right? But stayed within the self. I hope this helped, Gemini. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.